Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I was just chuckling because I've just been swearing at my because there was no charge on the battery. It just wasn't coming. And I'm swearing at it. And put the battery in backwards. So it goes. And today it's Volts versus Volta. Been a bit of a odd ride. Got lost getting into Falset. I was on a road that I'd never tried before, and then I got lost leaving Falset. But I'm on the right road now to find that my Garmin's been off for the ride so far. Yet again, it just switches itself off, and it's now turned itself on without the route. But it's a fairly straightforward one today. So to explain what we're doing today, last weekend the Tour of Catalunya came very close to where I live, and so I went with my father to watch a chunk of stage 6, which turned out to be one of the most exciting stages of any race. There was an unbelievable breakaway by two well-placed riders, Sergio Higuita and Richard Carapaz, and for the rest of the day the peloton tried and failed to bring them back. Anyway, it was such an amazing day's racing that I thought it'd be nice to go back and recreate a couple of their climbs and one of their descents on their route, and just to see how me and the Orbea Gain fare against the pro peloton. Now I've got a suspicion of whether I'm going to be faster or not, but let's see, let's find out. We're well into the first climb already. I'm finding it hard already. It was very pretty. The sun was out earlier. Sadly it's gone in now. We've got this horrendous headwind, tailwind effect which we've had before coming into the Priorat Mountains. Nature ramble. If you haven't seen it before, this stuff is wild asparagus, and these are wild asparagus spears. Oh, I can't reach that one. This one's a little bit too far gone. Goes nicely on pizza. I don't know why I used the P word. Now I'm going to be thinking about bloody pizzas for the rest of the ride. I'll tell you about the Volta de Catalunya as I'm climbing. It's the 4th oldest stage race in the world. Tour de France came first in 1903. Then there was the Tour of Belgium, the Giro d'Italia, and then the Volta de Catalunya from 1911. There's been a few hiatuses, been a few breaks, so that this year's was the 101st edition of the Volta. So I thought I'd take the first hill at my slightly more leisurely pace, use it as a warm-up for the big one later. Oh, wrong gear. It's really hard. You have to think about the gear you're going to be in before you start filming, because otherwise, done it again. Oh, that's nicer. I'm going to first now, just to take the film. Yeah, you find yourself in the wrong gear, and because your hand's occupied, then it's slightly more awkward than if you were just riding, you know. The stage that I'm riding was won by Richard Carapaz, and Sergio Higuita came second. Combined I weigh more than them. We're nearing the top of the first hill. It's the most incredible view from the col here, really outrageous, but you don't get long to appreciate it because it's straight into a fantastic descent, which is where the chest harness will come on. So I'll just pull in over there and get it on. Bang a gong! That was a hoopo. Hopefully the views will be coming back into shot in a moment. That was an uphill section if you're wondering why I was standing. forgot about this bit too. I get exhausted on descents. I do like attacking out of the corners. I'm only attacking myself, but I do love it. Oh. And then there's a nice steep last phase down into Pereira, which we should see any moment now, if I've got the angle right. Oh, blimey. There it is. Now, there we go. I did feel pretty slow. There was lots of rubbish in the road, like bits of tyre. So are you? Go on, cat. That's it. Climb, which was the final categorized climb on stage 6 of the Volta. So I thought it'd be a nice one to go up. What I thought I'd do is really go for it and see just how slow a fat man on an e-bike is compared to the pro peloton. But I'm a bit tired. I like to blame my wife's cold or flu that she's got. We just tested her this morning for COVID, but it was negative. But I'm sure I'm going down with that. That explains my lack of va-va-voom. It's a very pretty valley. But on the day of the Volta, one of the reasons why the breakaway could get away was because it was teeming down with rain and freezing cold. And I was waiting at the top of this climb with my dad, and it was bitter. It was really unpleasant. And we learnt as we were waiting for the stage to arrive that huge names like Marc Soler had been dropped out the back of the peloton just because they didn't want to do it anymore. It's such a horrible day, and they knew that the race was going away from them. And so by the time they got to the top of this col, there were only 27 left in the peloton chasing the two in the breakaway. So this climb is about 5 or 6, I think it's 6 kilometers long. Wow, I've just seen that vineyard up on that top of that mountain. Who on earth would go up there to pick grapes? I don't know if you can get the scale of it. That looks almost sheer. Cover these sticks. Amazing. Closer sticks. can see it's just in gravel. I forgot what I was talking about now. Oh, they just didn't want to bother. It's such a miserable day. It's a beautiful day today, and that nasty headwind I had is now helping me up this mountain. I'm very grateful. I was going to tell you about the grade of it. That's right. It says it's an average of 4%. That doesn't really cover it because down here it's dead easy. I don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. I got the wrong screen on my Garmin. Let's say it's not very steep. Say 3%, maybe less. But at the top, there's a kicker for the last kilometre, and that's the actual Strava segment that people match themselves against. So perhaps I'll save myself and have a go for that last kilometre.
Go 2:02, our leader to Richard Carapaz.
I shouldn't have mentioned the headwind, tailwind. It is swapping every 100 metres or less, one to the other, even on a straight section. Really weird, but then it's really convoluted mountains here. There's lumps and bumps, all sorts.
Faster than the breakaway. But they are on different contoured parts of this climb. There's the statistics for you again. 5.6 kilometres in length, 4%.
Just hit kilometre 4 and I've just come down off the big ring. So it was pretty good down there. It felt fast, but no more. Don't know if you can see the windmills at the back there, but they're obviously at the top. So the end is in sight. Just need to get there. We haven't started this ramp yet. Road just goes around that little hill next to us there. It's a long way up. It's not very much of a zig to get to the to that zag. Just getting to the top of the col now. 100 metres to go. This is where we waited. This is where we waited for the breakaway and the peloton to come steaming past. They did look tired, but they'd been going up an average of 35 kilometres an hour. Now, I had the gain on max, which I never ever do, even on steep climbs unless I'm blown. And that was still hard. I'll check my average speed and put it in the link, but 20, maybe.
It's been a tough day for these riders.
And that was a tough one. Oh, not officially there yet. We'll go around this round. Oh. It's not that steep, it's just that I don't usually go fast. And even then I stopped a couple of times for the to do video clips. So it's just reinforced what we already knew. Pro riders are supermen, all of them. Absolutely incredible effort that they can make and sustain. Absolutely monumental wind. I'm going to get a hold here. Unbelievable that we have made it to the top. That's us done. This wind has done me in today. Whoa, horrible headwind all the way home. But home we are. So until next week, thanks for watching.